710 KURV.
Hey, happy Friday. Happy Halloween. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, your 956 drive home. On Tech Can 2 along with the living legend Davis Rankin, your home for Houston Texans football. This Sunday, the Texans host the Denver Broncos. Pregame at 11:30 in the morning. Your home for Houston Texans football at 710 KURV. Somebody who has Valley High School football, its very own home in his own heart, is football Fred Alfaro. From KWES in Weslaco. That's right, Friday Night Lights, Valley High School football. Where's the game of the week at this week, Fred?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Last night was probably the game of the year in the Valley, and it included a team who's really not in the Valley. I know, doesn't make much sense, but it's true. The best team in the Valley has been all year, PSG North, the Raiders. They've been the top team, and they were victorious last night, beating an undefeated Flower Bluff team from the Corpus Christi area. It was a great game. Congratulations to Coach Kaufman and the rest of the Raiders. They are district champs. Hey, we got our first district champion already at the big school classification. So congratulations to them. And some more will happen tonight. There's a big game, and we're calling another kind of two games here that are games of the week. There's a big one happening down that way towards the island. It's happening in Los Fresnos right before you get to the island. It's a Harlingen Cardinals against Los Fresnos. Hey, this game has all sorts of district title implications on it. Harlingen started really slow, but like a good program headed by Coach Gomez there in Harlingen. They have a really good team putting things together finally, and looks like that's going to be a good matchup. Los Fresnos against Harlingen High. That should be a fun one. Hey, the Battle of McAllen. This is for bragging rights. McAllen Memorial, McAllen Nicky Rowe. That's happening on the other end of the valley. So you've got your choice. Southern part of the valley, eastern, western part. You can decide, or you can decide to watch our game here. Is very important as well. First of all, the Weslaco Panthers have already advanced to the playoff. They reserved a spot in the playoffs, but Edinburgh High, the Bobcats, they have been doing pretty well. They're coming into town now into Weslaco here, Lackey Stadium. This should be a fun one. And if you want to watch it, I think there's going to be a lot of points, a lot of opportunities for big plays. So you can check it out on the YouTube Facebook page as well, YouTube page for WISD, KWES TV, WISD YouTube. Check it out. It's for free. It'll be fun. A lot of festivities happening on a spooky, spooky night. I expect a lot of people kind of freaking us out a little bit, maybe even scaring us as we pan into the crowd. I can just imagine what we're going to see. I don't know. That'll be something to look forward to.
Did anybody in the press box dress up tonight?
You know, we have a thing here where, security is so tight now in some of these games where they were telling everybody, if you're going to wear something, you got to declare it. And being the funny guys that these guys are, they walk in and they ask me, "Hey, did you declare what you were wearing?" Ha ha ha! Funny, ha ha!
They tell you can't wear a mask in here.
You can't wear a mask
funny
in here.
guy,
Remember,
funny
it's
guy.
Against the rules. Against the rules. Yeah, no. Up here, it's all business tonight, man. We've got it. I think after the game is, some of these guys, who knows where they're heading to, but yeah, I'm sure that the festivities will happen tonight, especially if Weslaco wins tonight. It sets up a big matchup for the district, and we'll talk a little bit about it next week. But it's a Thursday game, so might as well mention it now. If Weslaco wins tonight, they'll go undefeated against an undefeated Economides team, and that'll be for the district championship. That'll be next Thursday, but we'll talk about that next week, as we get a little closer. But lots of football. Hey, only 2 weeks left after tonight. One more week, and we're done with the regular season. We're heading into postseason already.
I'm looking at the schedule for the Vaqueros, and tomorrow it's Stephen F. Austin.
The Lumberjacks. Yeah. Hey, this is it. This is a opportunity. They've beaten, good teams, and they've struggled against even better teams that Vaqueros have, but this is a good program. They're an undefeated program. They haven't lost here in the season here, so they're 4-0. And matter of fact, they're it's right after them. It's the Vaqueros with their district or their record in conference. So if a win here at Nacogdoches, Texas, that's where they're going to play that game tomorrow evening, would cement them in a good spot to maybe have an opportunity to reach that goal of theirs to be conference champs, and if anything else go on to the playoffs and things like that. And we'll see. But this game is an important one. This is a good team, so it's a good challenge for the Vaqueros, and it's a away game. It's not at home. So we'll see how the Vaqueros react to this challenge. It's going to be a big one. It should be fun.
Football Fred Alfaro from KWES in Westico joining us on 710 KURV. We went over Valley High School football. We checked on the Vaqueros. Aggies are off this week.
Yeah.
What's happening with the Texans?
Hey, the Texans with a big win against the 49ers. The 49ers were on a winning streak, and they were looking as one of the better teams without a lot of players. They've had injuries, but they were looking really good. And the Texans went in there and surprised the 49ers last week. So, that tells you the Texans can beat anybody. They have the type of thing. Can they put things together? Now, it doesn't get any easier this week. As you mentioned, they play the Broncos. And the Broncos are just a team right now that only has 2 losses, and they're a legit AFC team. They look very strong. They're very well coached, good defense, can put up a lot of points different ways. So this is going to be a challenge for the Texans. I really think the Texans, if they play similar to what they did against the Niners, they have a chance. We'll see if it comes true or not. But this is another big statement win if the Texans can get it for the program, because they would have beaten not just the 49ers, but then the Broncos. Now, all of a sudden, if you're a Texan fan, you are excited because they're really putting things together. And you knew it was going to take a little time for them to do it. And so now it looks like the Texans, if they can pull out what would be an upset, would be good for their record. And they would also be good to get if anything else, get the Texan fans going, man,
Absolutely. What about the Cowboys this week?
So the Cowboys are playing till Monday night, and the story, the story goes on, right? It's a soap opera every week.
Super
There's
Bowl
something going
bound,
on.
right?
Yeah, a Super Bowl bound, and then all of a sudden, you're like, they can't even, they can't even stop a cold on the defense. That kind of stuff you hear, right? I mean, what team is going to show up? I mean, they blame different people, different coaches, but at the end of the day, players have to go out and play, right? And you have to execute. This is a game that Dallas should win, and like we've said before, Dallas should win this game. So what does that mean? Yeah, more than likely a Cowboy loss. That's what happens, when they're supposed to win. We'll see if they can put it together. It'll be at Jerry's World, so it's at least a home game, if anything else. So we'll see how that goes.
Jerry's World.
If
Oh, I
anything
love that.
else, if
I love
anything
that,
else,
Jerry's World. Yeah.
if anything else, you can go in there and see how that goes. But yeah, remember a high school superstar, a guy who was there before, the quarterback for the Cardinals, comes back. And he's undefeated, by the way. He's undefeated there at the Texas or Arlington Stadium or whatever it is now. He hasn't lost. So you think about wait a minute, since high school, his college career, and even as a pro, he hasn't lost. So the question is, can the Cowboys slow him down? We'll see. We'll see if there's any truth to that. But that's something to watch, right? He's from Allen, Texas, so he's a superstar at high school and then in college as well. So we'll see what he does. But it should be a fun matchup against the Cowboys on a Monday night. Everybody will be watching.
For the KWES Game of the Week, where can we go to watch it?
Yeah, you can watch it. Edinburgh High taking on Westico High. It's a classic matchup. This is an important one for both teams. Edinburgh High wants to put their stamp into the playoffs, so you can do it. Remember, go to YouTube, look for WISD YouTube page, and then you'll find us. Look for Westico Football or look for KWES. You'll find the game there. We'll have all sorts of fun stuff going on during if anything else, I will tell you, check in for Kiss Cam. You'll be surprised who shows up on Kiss Cam. Yeah. Kiss Cam. Check it out.
Okay. All right. Sounds like fun, Fred. Thanks a lot. Football Fred Alfaro from KWES in Westico. Go to the WISD YouTube to check out the Game of the Week. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami